I know that consumers are sort of expecting that businesses are moving as fast as their own demands, right, of the businesses. With that speed sort of all around us, how do you think marketing teams build a foundation of trust within organizations?
I think the first step I would advise any organization to do is to really define what trust mean to them. Because if you are, Formula One or tobacco or spirits, you will not start with the same amount of trust in the bank. So I think defining it in a very, very clear way, very authentic way is critical. How transparent are you? How human are you in the way you are, doing business and responding to crisis? And I think a second side to it is the capability. So how do you show up to the world, and how consistent, reliable you are in the experiences with your consumers, your employees, etc. So I think for me, defining this is a very, very strong point. And usually let's start with the C-suite, advocating the change, showing up, and really leading by example. I think that is absolutely critical when you are starting on a trust journey, so you can really kind of measure the impact of trust for the organization.
So trust for us from a marketing perspective is imperative, particularly for our incredible fan base that we've got at the moment. I think you've probably seen this kind of explosion, and we've got a brilliant problem in that we've got fantastic fans that follow us all around the world. But what we're realizing is we really need to be hyper-focused on that 360 fan journey, because what we need to do is to build their trust and loyalty by delivering content when they want to see it.
Being really transparent about what's important, being really honest about kind of what we can do, what we can't do. And I think communicating sort of frequently across all the partners in our ecosystem in terms of, where we are in the journey and what we need from one another to continue to get the job done and drive results.
There's one that I think we didn't touch on, which is problem solving together. It's inevitable in any relationship. You're going to come across issues, sometimes within the relationship, sometimes external events. And so having a great trusting relationship that people are going to be transparent, raise those issues, not wait for you to find them, and then work together on solving them. I think that builds a lot of trust. I find our relationships are stronger when we've had an event than if everything just went smoothly the whole time, because that's when you can really see the character of people in the organizations you're dealing with.
Alexa, I want to ask you what your advice is to corporate leaders about how important it is to build trust, and then how they actually go about doing it.
Yeah, I think trust is essential. It's our number one value as a company. So we think about it sort of every day in our management rigor. Is this decision, is this action I'm about to take, is it going to further the trust that we have with our clients, or is it going to break it? By the way, that doesn't mean you need to be perfect, right? I think that's sort of an essential, in the same vein as problem solving. We've got to be sort of clear and transparent and honest with our partners, not afraid to make mistakes, not afraid to take some risks. I think this conversation is a really important way and others to sort of drive the continual evolution of what do we need to do? Where do we need to do that? Where do we not need to do it? And sort of how are we transparent along the way?
I think that shared sense of responsibility, right? We've agreed, these are the terms of the agreement, I think is incredibly important, and being clear about that.
Great. Okay.